Hello, my wonderful crafty friends. I am back. It has been a while since I last posted on YouTube. I think the last time I posted a video was back in April, but I thought I would start off a vlog today where I can hang out with you guys and share with you hobbies that I'm working on and just little pieces of my daily life. If you are new here, hello, welcome to my channel. I am Rhiannon. I am from Sydney, Australia, and I am a lover of crafts. I predominantly do crochet, but this year I started knitting, and I also re-picked up sewing, and I'm working on a closet for myself. So you'll see little bits of crochet and knitting and sewing, and I've also picked up another craft which I'll talk to you about in a minute. But I also share other hobbies on this channel too that I love. So I hope you enjoy this video and welcome to my channel and welcome back to anyone who has already been subscribed for a while. Yes, let's get into this vlog. Today it is Monday the 1st of June, so happy winter to anyone in the Southern Hemisphere, and in the Northern Hemisphere I hope you're enjoying that warm weather. Today it has been the coldest day I think that we've had so far this year. So I am wearing one of my jumpers that I made last year, I think that I crocheted last year. The pattern is by MJ's Off the Hooks, and as with all of my videos, of course, I will share a link below to any patterns or yarn or anything mentioned that you might be interested in purchasing. But I thought I would start off this vlog today by sharing with you my current whips, and I've got my basket here, so I thought I would go through everything with you. So firstly, on top of the basket, I am working on a Clover Lane top for my mum. This is actually something that I was making for her for Mother's Day, but it's going to be a late Mother's Day present. Fortunately, I haven't seen her yet, so yes. But anyways, the reason why I didn't get it finished in time is because I actually ran out of yarn and had to order more yarn. So this is made out of the Go-To 8-ply cotton, but from Source of Fiber. Almost forgot the name of that business, but it's really gorgeous yarn, a beautiful cotton. And this is how much I have finished of this. So I've got to do the border. I've got to finish off the border. You can see that I've started on this side, and then it has ties which tie up on the sides or underneath your arms. The designer of this pattern is CNC Kel, and I actually tested this pattern for her. I'll pop a picture here of me wearing my Clover Lane top. I really love it. I think it's fantastic for all seasons because in summer you could just wear a singlet underneath it or a short sleeve top, and then in the colder months you can layer it with a long sleeve top. And I actually recently wore my Clover Lane top over some jeans and a black top, I think it was, and I really loved wearing it. So yes, definitely a staple for any time of year. But yeah, I should have this finished this week, which is wonderful because I'm very excited to have this out of my whip basket. My next whip is another crochet project, and it's not really looking like much yet. I actually only started this 2 or 3 days ago, and it is going to be a longer cardigan. So it'll kind of go to the length of probably like halfway down my thigh. I just wanted a nice long kind of grandma style cardigan with buttons down the front, and the pattern is by MJ's Off the Hook. I can't remember what the pattern name is, but again, all that information will be below. And yeah, I just didn't have a navy colored cardigan that worked really well, like was long and comfy and just went over everything. So this is definitely going to be a staple in my closet when it is finished. But yeah, that is how much I have done so far. It is worked top down, so that's why it looks like this. I guess I'll show you what it kind of looks like when it is finished. But Yes, recently started that one, so there's not much to show you there. And the next projects are knit projects. So the first knit project is actually a jumper that I'm making for my daughter's 6th birthday, which is in July. And here is the back panel finished. So it's worked stocking stitch or stockinette or whatever it is. So it is a bit curly and it's really hard to show you what it looks like. But how cool is this yarn? It is actually the valuable yarn from Spotlight. And here's what it looks like. It's the Stash Mellow Chunky. So it's a nice thick chunky yarn and it's just super fun, gorgeous colors. They are very much my daughter's vibe. So I finished the back panel 2 days ago. And I am currently working on the front panel, and I've only just started working on the ribbing, I guess you'd call it. But I've forgotten the pattern designer's name. But yeah, I'll link it below. So it's just basically the front and back panels are worked, and then you sew them together, and then you make each sleeve. But I'm actually thinking of doing the sleeves, adapting the pattern so that I can do the sleeves on circular knitting needles, because the thought of having to sew up sleeves and everything is very annoying to me. So less sewing, the better. But yes, that is one of my knitting projects. And then I have one more knitting project to show you. So last month I actually finished knitting my very first jumper, and I will pop a picture here so you can see it. I love it. There's definitely a lot of flaws, but it's perfect in terms of like wearability. Like it's not going to fall apart, thankfully. I had so much fun making it. It took me so long to make. I think it was like 3 months or something. So finished that one, and then I immediately started knitting another jumper. So I haven't done a huge amount on this one yet. It is the Sadie sweater by Ozetta. And I actually learned how to do German short rows with this pattern. So I was a little bit scared because I have heard people say that German short rows are hard. But I didn't find it too difficult. I managed pretty well to do it. I didn't make any mistakes, so that's the most important thing. But yeah, right now it's just kind of like a rolly mess. But yes, really enjoying making this one as well. I haven't actually worked on this for a week or so because I have been trying to focus on my daughter's getting my daughter's jumper done, because I've got a deadline with that one. Also, there's probably a chance you'll hear a little person in the background because my youngest is at home, and I don't think I've ever made a YouTube video where you haven't heard one of my children in the background. But I don't like to show them in my videos, but you will hear them in the background. She's actually decided she wants to sit on my lap right now, so you might see her hair in the corner of the screen. But my last whip is actually a new craft to me. It is a cross stitch project. So this is a kit that I purchased from the Craft Club, and it has 3 cat cross stitch patterns in it. So I've almost finished the first cat, and I'll show it to you now. It is so cute. So it's not perfect, and I realized kind of halfway that I needed to be doing the stitches the same way every time. Otherwise, you can kind of see a little bit of difference in the stitches, but that's okay because this is my very first time doing cross stitch and I really don't mind. And to be fair, as someone who's never done cross stitch before, if I saw someone else's cross stitch with slightly different stitches, I wouldn't even notice. So anyways, there is my cute little cat cross stitch hoop. I don't know what you would call this, but cross stitch. Maybe it's just cross stitch, my little cat cross stitch. And there are 2 more cats in this kit. So yeah, I should have this finished this week. It's going to have a green background as well. And I'm really enjoying doing something a bit different from knitting and crochet. My 6-year-old daughter also drew a picture on the box, and I just thought that was too cute not to share with you. But yeah, so I've got a few things in the works at the moment, and I'm going to hopefully finish some of these this week with you guys. I don't think I'll be doing any sewing this week. I do have some things that I want to make, but they're kind of like summery items. And of course, we are at the beginning of winter, so they're not super urgent yet. But I thought I might go through what I have made over the past few months. Later on in this vlog, we'll see how we go. But for now, I think I'm going to go and work on some of these whips, and I will update you on my progress on whatever I decide to work on. And yeah, I'll catch up with you a little bit later. Hello friends, it is almost 2 o'clock, so I thought I would do a little update with you because soon I'll have to go pick up my daughter from school, and then I probably won't be able to do any more of an update with you guys until tomorrow. So I continued working on the Clover Lane top and finished off that gorgeous border. Sorry, I haven't sewed in the ends yet, but I will get around to doing that. So all I have left to do on this is to make the ties, and then it will be finished. So that's very exciting. Also, I realized that I haven't really updated you on my craft room. So a couple of months ago, I think, or maybe even just a month ago, I changed things around a lot in here, including, I don't know if you can see in the background there, I brought in my grandmother's sewing table. So I thought I might do a little tour in this vlog at some point. So that's an idea for another day. But yes, almost finished this Clover Lane top for my mum, and I think I'm going to have to make myself another one in a different color. I'm thinking maybe a green. If you've been around here for a while, you will know that my favorite color is purple, but coming in second place is green, and I feel like I just don't have enough green in my wardrobe. So that might be something I make in the future, but highly recommend this pattern. It is gorgeous, and yeah, I thought I'd show you a little close up. You can see the clover pattern there. Yeah, I just really love it, and I highly recommend it. This evening, my daughter has scouts, so I will probably take some of my knitting to do while she's at scouts, and I just sit in the car and knit and watch YouTube, which is such a nice little me time thing. But yeah, so I will catch up with you tomorrow. Hello friends, it is the next day, and when I say it is cold today, it is very, very cold. It's actually, let me have a look on my watch. It's 10 degrees, degrees Celsius, which I know doesn't seem very cold, but we're right at the beginning of winter, and it's 10 degrees in the middle of the day. I have a heat pack because it's just me at home today, and I don't want to put on the heating because I feel like that is a waste when I could just go and put on some jumpers and a blanket and my heat pack. Speaking of jumpers, I am wearing a jumper I finished a month or so ago. I was doing it as a part of a cowl, so a crochet along that I was doing with 3 other lovely crocheters, and they haven't finished theirs yet, but I finished mine. And when I say that I wear this jumper so much, it is so cozy. It does look a little bit weird right now because I've got a gray shirt on underneath because it's so cold, and this is like one of my warmest t-shirts. And the neckline is a bit funny, but this jumper is actually, I can't remember what the name of it is called, something pullover, but it's by Evelyn and Peter. And I'll stand up to show you because I really, really love this jumper. I love the texture. I'll do a little close up so you can see the texture without my hair in it. It's like bumpy, and yeah, it's just really cozy, and I love the colors, but I'll stand up and show you a full shot so you can actually see what it looks like on me. Okay, so here it is, and here's the length and the back, and I just find it so comfortable to wear, and it's something cozy. I will say for this pattern, I made it an extra large because I wanted it to be nice and roomy, and you can see that it's quite roomy. But I did have to lengthen it, which was really strange. I was like, I've gone up a size and I need to lengthen it. So I think I did an extra 10 or 15 rows on the bottom. That could just be because I am tall. I am 174 centimeters. So what is that, like 5'9" or 10 or something? So yes, I did have to add length. So if you're thinking of making this, you may need to add some length, which is totally easy to adjust the pattern because adding length is so much easier than like adding width or whatever. And I used Motivera Valley 8 ply. I wonder if I've got any of that yarn left over. Well, it's just a really beautiful dyed acrylic yarn, and I love that yarn. I have made many things with that yarn. So yes, this is my jumper of the day. I thought I would talk about books now. I am always reading 3 to 4 books at a time, and I'm a big fantasy girl. I don't really read anything else except for fantasy or romantasy. For a while there, I was reading a lot of cozy fantasy books, and I actually finished, I can't remember what the name of the book is called, give me a second. So the book was called The Faraway Inn by Sarah Beth Durst. So I was reading that on my Kindle. I did really enjoy it. And I will say Sarah Beth Durst is, like, in my opinion, the best cozy fantasy book author. But I did enjoy her other series, which is The Spell Shop and The Enchanted Greenhouse. I've talked about those books a few times here. I loved those books, and I'm super excited to read the next book in the series. So The Faraway Inn is not connected to those series. I did originally think that it was when I bought the book, but it's not connected. It was a really lovely read, but I just think that, like, I would give 5 stars to her other books, and I would probably give the Faraway Inn like a 3.5 to 4 stars. Now, the next book I'm going to talk to you about is really good, and I think it's going to be a 5 stars read for me, and it is The Dark Forgetting by Kristen Ciccarelli. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. So she actually wrote, I'm just trying to remember the name of the books. The Crimson Moth duology. So we've got the Crimson Moth and the Rebel Moth, and I was obsessed with those books. I absolutely love those books. I think they were like in my top reads for last year. And then, so I finished that duology, and I was looking for something that was fantasy with a little bit more like romance and spice and kind of like high stakes and all that kind of stuff. So absolutely love this book. So I'm about 1/3 of the way through the book, but it's about a character called Emmeline Lark, and she is a singer, and her grandfather goes missing, and she discovers that he was taken by the Wood King. And I won't say any more to spoil it, but there's magical forest, and I think it's kind of very gothic vibes. I don't think I've read a huge amount of gothic literature, so I am probably not the one. I'm probably not accurate with my description as saying it's gothic, but yes, there's like creatures, and I'm guessing fae. It's not specifically called fae, but they're like magical people, and people who are like part animal and all that kind of stuff. So really loving this book. Yes, love this author. Another one of my favorite authors. And now for an update on my whips. So the only whip that I worked on last night was the jumper, the knitted jumper for my daughter, and I finished off the ribbing, and now I'm just working the rows of stockinette. So yes, it's a slow process knitting, even with thicker yarn, but I do love working with these like colored, pretty colored yarn, because sometimes I can find it boring when you're like working with one color. constantly, but this you get to see like how the colors are working up together. And yeah, so I should hopefully have this finished within the next 2 weeks. We'll see how we go. But I'm going to go and work probably on this, and also the my cardigan, the navy cardigan. I don't really feel like doing the Clover Lane top right now. I've only got the straps left to do. Maybe I will do that today, actually. I've got like 2 hours until I need to go pick up my daughters. So yes, I might just go sit on the couch. There's a lot of, I love Tuesdays because there's a lot of YouTube videos that are released on a Tuesday that I enjoy watching. So yes, I'm just going to go and sit on the couch and watch some YouTube videos and knit and just be nice and cozy for the next few hours before I have to go and pick up my kids and get back into the busy mum life.
In the stillness of the night, my dear, whispered secrets only hearts can hear. Beneath the moon's soft silver light, 2 souls unite in the hush of night.
Hello, so I just finished the Clover Lane top, and here it is. So I did the ties today, and I also sewed in all of the ends. It is 2:30 right now, so I managed to get that done, and I really need to go and pick up my daughters. But I think tomorrow I will try it on for you and show you what it looks like. But I'm so excited to have this finished, and I was worried I wouldn't have anything finished in this vlog because all of my projects are quite long projects, but we finished the Clover Lane top. Very exciting, and I'll be able to give that to my mum next time I see her. But I will catch up with you guys again tomorrow, hopefully, and I'll show you what it looks like on. Hello friends, this morning I am out of the house with my toddler. The weather is so beautiful today. We've had a lot of rain in Sydney, so it is wonderful to have a nice sunny day, and we are at our local botanic gardens, which is Mount Adam Botanic Gardens, and we're going to go to the playground, and then we're going to go for a little walk, and we'll probably have lunch after that. But I thought I might take you along with us on our walk after the park, and just spend some nice time in nature and the sun and do a little bit of recharging. Are you ready to go to the park? Yeah, let's go to the park. friends, it is Thursday the 4th of June. So we had a lovely time at the Botanic Gardens yesterday morning. Yeah, pretty much that's all I did yesterday. I didn't do any knitting or crocheting or anything. But yeah, it was really lovely spending some time in the sun and in nature. And there's also some fantastic spots for pulling up a picnic rug and crocheting and knitting. So I may have to plan some time for myself to go and do that. But yeah, I love going to the Botanic Gardens. Anything garden related or nature, it does great things for my brain. But yes, didn't really do any more knitting or crochet yesterday. I was pretty tired, and I'm also getting sick again. Unfortunately, this year we have just been non-stop sick because I have one in kindy this year, and then I've got a child in daycare and she's 3, so that's like bad age for germs. And then as a casual teacher, like 80% of the time I'm called in to work because the teacher is sick and there's something going around. So unfortunately, and I did mention, I think earlier, that I was going to talk about why I've been so absent on YouTube. We've just been smashed this year with sickness after sickness after sickness. And it doesn't seem to matter what I do. No amount of vitamin C or anything seems to help. I think it's just going to be the way things are right now with my kids and their ages, and we just have to push through. So yes, and then on top of that, I've also had some endometriosis issues this year, which have improved so much since I started running. But yeah, that's kind of why I've been absent on YouTube, because I just quite frankly have not had time, or I've been too unwell to film, or I've had sick kids and I just don't want to record while they're sick in the background. On Tuesday, I showed you that I finished off the Clover Lane top for my mum, and I thought I would try it on now. So here it is. I'm actually currently wearing my first ever knit jumper. I don't know if I've shown you guys this. I have shared it on Instagram and all the other places. But yes, I really love this. It's a little bit shorter than sleeves, as you can see. I think I'm gonna dedicate a whole YouTube video to just like items that I have made. Don't mind the child in the background. Items that I have made so far this year, because there's so many, and I think it would be a great video. So that might be the next one I film. We'll see how we go. But I'll talk about this in that video. But yes, I'm going to go and put this on now to show you what it looks like on. So here it is on. I just popped on a black top underneath. Admittedly, this would look so much better with a white top, but I don't own white long sleeve shirts, and I really don't own, I think I own one creamish colored shirt that's short sleeve, because I hate the way that white shirts just become grey so quickly. But yeah, here is what it looks like. We've got the cute little tie on the side, and yeah, I made it a little bit longer because she likes a bit of length, and yeah, I just think it's really cute, and I think she's gonna love it. I actually showed it to her this morning and she's very excited. So yes, there we go. That's what it looks like on. So yes, happy belated Mother's Day to my mum if she is watching. And yeah, for the rest of the day, I think I'm going to go and work on the knitted jumper for my daughter, and also the navy blue cardigan. And yeah, I'll probably update you before school pickup this afternoon on how much I get done. Unfortunately, everything I'm working on at the moment is very time consuming, so I don't think I'm going to get anything else finished in this vlog, especially because I'm planning on wrapping this up tomorrow. But yes, I'm just gonna go, and I actually forgot about my cross stitch, so I might do some more work on that. Maybe we can finish that in this vlog. We will see. But anyways, I'll see you later. would update you before I go to school pickup on what I got done this afternoon. And Ellie is on my lap here, which is great timing because I managed to finish the cross stitch of the cat. So I need to do a background and it's green and it's got cute little hearts and stuff. But I'm so happy that I got the cat finished and I think it looks so adorable. So I think tonight I will work on the background and fingers crossed I can get this finished before the end of this vlog. But if not, that is pretty cute on its own. But yes, so I will catch up with you guys again tomorrow. Hello friends, it is Friday. So last night I locked in and got quite a bit done on the cat cross stitch, and here is my progress. I also did some this morning as well, and here it is. So I really love how the background is looking. However, I think that the mint color for the hearts is a little too close to the lime green color, and it's kind of a shame that they sort of disappear into the green. But I think it's still looking so cute, and I am very excited to almost be finished my very first cross stitch. But that is all that I have been working on over the past few days. So I don't really have any more progress to show you on my other whips, but I thought before I end this vlog, I would show you a bit of my craft room because, as I mentioned a few days ago, my toddler is in the room with me, so you will hear a little voice. But there has been a few changes, and I thought it would be fun to show you my beautiful vintage sewing table. So I'm gonna move you around so we can get a better view. Okay, so we are on the floor. You're actually sitting on my husband's computer chair because that side of the room is all of his stuff, so I won't show you that, but this is my side of the room. I really need to get a better tripod, but this will do for now. And here is my grandmother's sewing tables. I'm not going to fold it out right now because I can't be bothered moving my sewing machine and everything, and there's some stuff over this side as well. But this part of the table actually folds out, which is really cool because then it gives you more space. But I'm going to show you when we open it. Also, this probably hasn't had the best care given to it, so there are a few scratches and stuff like that, unfortunately, but it is well loved. Okay, so in here there's actually a pedal on the floor there, which you can press, and this section comes down and you can have your sewing machine stored inside the table, which is fantastic. So I will now open up this side. It does look like drawers with these handles, but it's actually a door. And it does have wheels on the bottom. I'm sure you just heard that, which is great because it makes it easier to move. But yeah, we've got some great storage here, and then we've got a drawer underneath, and that's where I put the feet for my sewing machine and my overlocker and some other random bits in there. And then we have this door, which is the one underneath the sewing machine. And this is my favorite part of this sewing table because it has such good storage. It's got these, I guess you could say, like bucket things, and also these little I don't know what you call it, spindle or something, where you can put thread on. So I've got some of my threads there, and I've also got a little section for my bobbins. Then we've got scissors and more thread and overlocker thread. And then here I've just got some parts from my sewing machine, and please don't mind the dust. I did actually clean it not so long ago, maybe a few weeks, so actually probably needs a clean now, but it just gets dusty really easily. But this is my sewing table and I really love it, and it's really special to me because my grandmother used it and she loved sewing, and I'll see if I can grab a photo for you of some of the things she made me when I was little. Unfortunately, she did pass away when I think I was like 4 or 5 years old, so I didn't get to craft with her or even learn anything from her, unfortunately. But I am lucky enough to have inherited this from her. And yeah, she was a super talented seamstress. I think she worked for Vogue making wedding dresses or something like that. I'll have to double check with my dad. And she just was an all-round crafty person. And I think that's where I kind of got my love from craft from. My other grandmother was also very crafty, and my mum is crafty too, even though she likes to say that she is not very good at it. She is good at it. It's just so nice to be able to use something that was special to my grandmother, and maybe it'll be passed on to my children one day as well. But I think I'm going to finish the vlog now. I'm super proud of myself that I managed to record every single day for the past 5 days. And that's really helped me get it back into the swing of making content for YouTube. I do really love doing this, so hopefully I can keep going with more regular videos. And look, we didn't get a huge amount finished this week, and we actually only got one thing finished, which was the Clover Lane top. But I hope you enjoyed hanging out with me and crafting, and also visiting the gardens, and yeah, just spending time with me. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate everyone who watches my videos, especially people who stick around till the end. If you are also crafting whilst watching this vlog, let me know in the comments what you were working on, and if not, let me know what your current whips are. I love getting inspiration from you guys. If you are new to my channel and would like to see more content from me in the future, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and thank you so much for watching. I will see you again in another video. Ellie also says thank you for watching. Say goodbye. Bye bye.